Hello, Chlorophyllis the name, Sims is the game. Let's get to it. Today I have an apartment build, but not just any apartment build. I am building an apartment for my Sims, Akane and Keida. And essentially, originally I wanted to build two separate apartments in one apartment and like split them, but that was really expensive and I couldn't get it to look right in any of the apartments I tried. I have to catch my breath, sorry. I keep sneezing because the cat kept rubbing up against my face. I ended up giving him to the other cat so they could cuddle, but he wanted to cuddle me for a while, which was pretty cute, but now I can't breathe. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I tried a number of different apartments to do like two different apartments in one, but none of them were really looking right. This is like the third one I tried, and for this one I just did a two-bedroom apartment, which I think it turned out pretty good. I'm actually really happy with it, and if I wasn't really happy with it, I wouldn't have stuck with it because when playing in a, you know, playing in a build is a lot different from just building something. Like I want to be 100% happy with it if I'm going to be like in that build for a while. So I am pretty happy with this one. I did use custom walls and custom tiles in the bathroom. I thought they looked nice, and since I'm going to be playing in here, I don't really care if it's, all like custom content or not. So yeah. Then this room here is like a little foyer. I wanted to move where the door was, so that's what this is here. So we have a little foyer, and then there's that door there. So yeah, I think it provides a bit more privacy than just having those doors with those windows there, looking into the apartment, and then, you know, it's a nice little place. And then here I am. I'm trying to pick out a counter because this is on a bit of a budget. It was like 27,000, I think, when I started, and I didn't want to do just a starter because for one, that's kind of like difficult to make it look really nice. Like I can, but I didn't want to. But also, Keida had been working for like a long, long time. She'd been a barista, and so I figure she had a decent amount of money. Now, her parents were super rich, but she actually got kicked out. Her and Toby, my previous sim, got in a fight because I find Toby and Keida to be very much at odds with each other in terms of their personality. Keida is very non-committal and irresponsible and all sorts of things. And Toby, I've always seen Toby is very ambitious. She's very like honest. She always seeks the truth, and she'll really do anything to get there. She has a lot of morals. And then Keida just kind of skates by on life. And I find that they were on odds or at odds with that, and so they had a fight, and not Akane, Keida got kicked out, and Akane decided to come with because she really likes her sister. So now they have an apartment here together. They have some money, but they are on a budget. They're not like millionaires like their parents. So there's that. And actually, they do have kittens. Snow and Bob, the previous two cats, had kittens, and so there are two of them. There's Daisy, which is Akane's kitten, and then there's Miss Razor, which is Keida's kitten. And so they're going to be living here as well. And yeah, so a lot of this is me kind of noticing for the first time a lot of the items I got, because I finally got 3 different packs. I did the bundle thing, and so I got Island Living, I got Jungle Adventure, and I got bowling stuff all at the same time. And so I'm kind of noticing a lot of these items for the first time because I haven't built in a while. I was kind of burnt out for a while, which made this one extra fun to do. Like I really enjoy this. I'm looking forward to playing this household, which I'll probably do soon. I don't really know how to go about doing a Sims Let's Play. I guess I'll have to think about that a bit before I actually jump into it. But yeah, I want to do some more Sims builds now that I've taken a little bit of a break from it. I have a few ideas of what I want to do, but I need to think about them a bit more, make sure I do them right. So yeah, I'll be working on those. Anyway, back to the apartment. A lot of it was looking kind of washed out. Like that's an issue I have a lot of times when I use white floorboards like I have. It just doesn't seem very grounded, and so I'm trying to add in some rugs and such to really like make it seem less, I don't know, airy. I don't know if airy is really the right word. Like dusty? I don't know. It just seems strange. So I'm trying to add some color. I'm trying to add some rugs. and I think by the end it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with how this bathroom turned out. This bathroom ends up having a washing machine and dryer in it, which I thought was pretty cool. And it's the first time I've actually remembered to put laundry in a house that I'm going to be playing. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And yeah, so yeah, you're going to see me switch around the layout of this bathroom a lot here in a second. I end up using a lot of that blue-green color. I can never tell if it's like turquoise or teal. Like, what's the difference between turquoise and teal? Because I don't really know, because I'd consider that a turquoise, but also a teal. I feel like turquoise might be a bit darker and a bit, I don't know. Like, what is the difference between turquoise and teal? I have no clue. I'm gonna have to look into that because I don't know. Like, I'm more inclined to say teal when I'm like designing things because it's shorter and I don't really hear the word turquoise a lot. But also, like growing up, I always use the word turquoise instead of teal. I don't know if it's just like the same color. I imagine it's got to be different colors. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna look into that. Anyway, I'm trying to find something to put above the cabinets here because the walls are so high that it kind of just looks sad and empty up there. And I end up going with, you'll see them here soon. They're kind of industrial. Here, I'm finding them now. Oh. Now I'm going to go through a bunch of these Jungle Adventure ones because I like the Jungle Adventure ones up there. I thought it added a nice like layer to the wall, but then it had that weird shadowy thing going on with a lot of them, so I end up using these guys instead, which I think looks pretty cool. It adds like a bit of, I don't know, more reinforcement. I don't know. I thought it looked nice. Anyway, here I am adding in a rug by this front, I don't know, front door, like the door from the foyer to the rest of the house or apartment, whatever it is. And then we are on to Keida's room. And Keida's room starts out kind of dark. I think Keida might be a little upset about the fight with her mom. She's having a bit of a phase, but I end up not going with the dark stuff. I don't think Keida would have bought a bunch of dark stuff because Keida, she's a number of things, and one of those is that she's creative, and she's always been very artistic. She likes to paint. She's actually maxed out the painting skill, if I could talk. The painting skill. She did that when she was a kid, so she's been really good at painting for a long time. So I didn't think it made sense for her room to be all black and white and whatnot. So I ended up changing the color scheme to blue. And so, yeah. So yeah. And this is kind of the point where I'm like, oh right, Keida's an artist. Because lately Keida's been working on programming a lot more because, you know, she grew up in a house with two programmers, so she ended up learning it. Because both, like, Toby originally was in the tech guru career, and so is Akira. So, you know, they both like climbed that entire ladder and then went different ways. Well, I don't think Toby ever actually got to the top. She ended up taking a job as a secret agent before she could get there. I don't know. Toby has an interesting story. We can get more into that later. I've explained it a little bit in the current household video. Anyway, we are on to Akane's room, which Akane's room I end up going with pink. At the previous house, Keida's room was the teal turquoise color that the couch and stuff was, and then Akane's room was yellow. But I didn't really see any yellow like seats or beds or anything. I didn't see anything yellow that I liked for her, so I ended up going with the pink. And then for Keida, I didn't want her room to match the rest of the house because I made the rest of the house the color her room used to be, so I just made it blue. Anyway, I'm having a hard time breathing again. Oh dear. It's not like I'm dying, like, it's just my allergies are really bad right now because, as I explained earlier, cat kept rubbing my face. Speaking of cats, I'm adding in a bunch of the cat stuff now, and I'm about to run out of money. And so I'll have to go through and get rid of some stuff, which is why I don't tend to do budget builds on camera, like speed build style. I tend to do them stop motion style instead, because then you don't see me going through getting rid of stuff and being like, why'd you do that? It looked nice. Because that's always what I find with budget builds, like, it looks nice and then they have to get rid of a bunch of stuff because they went over. Yeah, the reason I had to go get rid of stuff was because I forgot to put in the laundry hampers, and I want to do laundry in this Let's Play because I've never done laundry before in game, really. So there I am adding those in. And then I realize I do still have like $200, so I'm trying to put in more stuff. I think I get it down to like 17, so I get really close. They're not going to have any money for a while. So, oh, 18, I lied. Anyway, we are on to the screenshots. Here is the foyer, and then there's the kitchen. In this next one, you can see the sisters there. They're sitting on their couch. There's Akane's room, and then there's Keida's room. And then you're going to see the overhead, and yeah. Anyway, oh, there's the bathroom. I forgot about that. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Leave a like, remember to subscribe, and go get some sunshine. I'll see you next time.